Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to jump right into it, and I'm going to show you how to set up an entire Docker swarm, single manager, multi-node Docker swarm using the script that I mentioned in a previous video, which I'll link up here, the CloudConfig, and just some other basic setup in less than 10 minutes. So let's see if we can do that. Here we go. All right, so first thing you want to do in this case is jump onto DigitalOcean, and you're going to create some new droplets. So you'll pop into here. Ubuntu 1804 is what this is built for. We'll choose a $10 a month. So that gives us 2 gigs and 1 CPU per system. We'll choose New York 3, but choose whichever one is closest to you. Private networking is going to be key here because we're going to be linking multiple swarm nodes together on the private networking. And then we'll choose the user data. So I'll go ahead and copy that in here and paste. There you go. You can get that from the website, docker.guru, excuse me. And we don't want to set anything else up, and we want 3 of these babies. So swarm dash 01, 2, and 3, and create. So that's going to go away and do its thing. Remember, this is going to take a few minutes, like last time, to set those up. So while we're doing that, if you're not familiar with the way swarm setup works, you actually need to go in and initiate a swarm. So I'm going to share these links, but you'll skip this Docker machine setup. We're not going to do that since we're running these machines on DigitalOcean. But what you will want to do is to do a Docker swarm init. And this is where you need to provide the advertise address. In this case, the advertise address that we're going to use is going to be the private networking IP address. So remember that. You don't want this traffic going publicly. You want this privately networked. Now, even though the nodes are available publicly, all their communications will go over private because that's the one we've chosen here. So the init will look something like this: Docker swarm init, advertise address, and then the private IP. And what it will spit back to you is a swarm join token for worker nodes. So I'll show you in a little bit how to get manager nodes if there's time in this video, but for now, this will only give you worker nodes. And then we'll be able to go in and see how this is set up. And if we have time, I'll show you how to drop in Portainer too, but want to keep all of this under 10 minutes. So we're going to make swarm 01 the manager node. So let's pop into here and do SSH minus I dot SSH IDRSA MJ at Hopam. Yes. Cool. Docker PS. Docker's up and running. Awesome. So now we're going to do that same thing on the other 2 machines. So MJ at, here's the second one. Bam. Docker's up and running on there. And now the third one. Oh, what am I doing? Here we go. I'm using Commander today just because I like the tab functionality. It's still connecting to WSL Ubuntu underneath, but do you. I'm sure you have a process that works for you. And now the third node. Boom. Connecting that, yes. Awesome. So that's all done. Now we're going to go back to this first node, swarm 01, and we're going to do that configure. So what we saw here, we're going to run this, and we're going to give it the advertise address. So let's copy that guy. Go back here, do a if config, and what we'll want is this 10.132 address. So we'll copy that in, and then copy this 10.132.105. Boom. There you go. So now you see that we've generated a new swarm, and here's the swarm join token for worker nodes. So now we're going to copy this guy and run over here to node 2. So we're at swarm 02. And if I paste that in, look, node join the swarm as a worker. So now if we pop back over to number 1 and I do a docker node ls, look, there's 2 nodes in there, 1 and 2, and you can see that 1 is the leader. Pretty awesome, right? So we're going to do the same thing on 3. Paste, boom, done. Look at that. So now if we look here, there's all 3. So Docker Swarm, done. Let's see if we have time to chuck Portainer in here. I don't know how long it's been, but I feel like we're getting close, but I want to keep it all under 10 minutes. So let's hurry, hurry, hurry. So if we want to do Swarm, we'll deploy this as a stack. So let's see. So we'll copy that. We will go to the first one, clone that guy, and then we'll go ahead and deploy the stack. This should go off quickly. Boom. So that deployed the Portainer agent networking piece, the Portainer agent, and Portainer web console itself. So that should be running in the background now. If we run Docker PS, we can see it's up on 9,000 on that primary node, and it's installing the agent on the rest of the nodes. So now if we pop back over here and grab this guy and go to 9,000, look at that. Now we can log in, give it a password. Another password. Holy smokes. Just like that, we have a Docker Swarm up and running with 3 nodes and a web GUI. And you can pop into Swarm here and see all 3 nodes. You can drill down into those nodes, see what's going on with them. All kinds of good stuff. That's awesome. So there you have it. Under 10 minutes, setting up Docker Swarm from nothing using Cloud Init, Docker Swarm, and Portainer on Ubuntu on DigitalOcean. Appreciate you guys joining me today. Lots more videos in the works. Ask me any questions in the comments, and I'll talk to you next time. See ya.